Welcome to Top Hill Recording Podcast, the podcast where we ask a band, an artist, musician, a singer, songwriter to come in, give us some original music, 4 tunes. When we talk about those tunes, we talk about how those tunes came to be, how the band came to be, how we got from where we started to where we are now. My buddy Earl's back. It's good to have him back in here. I feel like I've missed you, man.
It's been like almost a month since I've been here.
I actually texted today. I was like, are you coming, please? So it's good to have you back. And I do believe you were the connect on this band, these artists tonight. I think it came probably from one of the singer-songwriter...
Open mic.
Katie
did its open mic. That's the best place to be. So. It's your all's open mic, too. I mean, you all host it a lot of times, so if I pop in. So it's great to see it. Songs were fantastic. It was cool to see. I know you have kind of a bigger band tonight, too. You had some extra folks with you. It sounded great.
Yeah, man. So tonight, our guest, Don't Call Me Lady.
Yay!
Tonight, our guest, Don't Call Me Lady.
Oh, that's us. Hi.
Hey, that's you all. How's it going?
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Excellent songs. Like Earl said, y'all came in and
even throughout a Christmas song.
Even throughout a Christmas song.
Yeah.
I don't know, has there been a Christmas song on here before?
I don't know.
Definitely not since I've been on.
I don't know. Dude, that's a good question. You know, I think there's been talk of possible, you know, like somebody's like, hey, let's do some Christmas songs for. I think you all have broken ground, barrier breakers.
Congratulations, us.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could do first after, you know, almost 200 and however many episodes. But awesome. Yeah.
First glockenspiel, too.
Yeah, it was.
and definitely first original Christmas tune, right? I mean, you don't hear many original Christmas tunes anymore. So it was definitely refreshing in that regard. Holy crap. There's a couple stations already that have Christmas music on exclusively.
Mm-hmm. Day after Halloween.
Mariah Carey has thawed.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so I guess we should talk about it. Where do we stand on that? Are we a day after Halloween type of thought process on the Christmas season? Or are you Thanksgiving?
I don't like rules. I like to listen to it in like February.
See, that's cool. I dig that. I'm not a rule. I don't necessarily love rules. I think I'm after Thanksgiving.
I am too. Yeah, I heard Christmas songs already this week at work. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh, it's November.
They always play the worst ones at work, though. It doesn't matter where you work. It's going to be bad.
I feel like Christmas songs, as soon
Christmas.
as Halloween is over, is perfectly fine in your house. But I feel like publicly, we should probably wait until after Thanksgiving.
They're only
Because
so
if you
soon.
work like retail or something, I mean, you're trapped until Christmas. So,
Yeah.
Same 10
For sure.
ones every day over and over again.
Same time
Yeah.
Christmas songs, yes.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who like a day or two after Halloween's like, got your tree up yet? I'm like, dude, calm down. He's like, I got mine. It's up. It's crazy. Well,
My
not
aunt was
crazy.
like
To each his own, right? To each his own when it comes to when your Christmas season is. So, let's not talk about Christmas anymore. But by the way, I'm not putting that Christmas song on until after Thanksgiving.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're actually recording it, and we're hoping to have it released the day after Christmas. So,
Or the day after the Thanksgiving.
or Thanksgiving.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say,
not
what are
Christmas
you
Day
doing? That's
After
gonna ruin
Christmas.
it.
Yeah, there's no rules. Right after
no
Christmas.
rules.
Sorry, you said Christmas, and now
New
my
Year.
brain
Everybody
is
has
stuck
to
on
listen to
Christmas.
Christmas songs in February now.
Yeah. Like, check it out. We're gearing up for Christmas 2025. It ain't over.
All year.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a crazy ass strategy for getting a song out the day after Christmas. Christmas album. All right, so you did a lot of songs for that Christmas album, and I guess you've covered also a lot of ground before we have gotten to be in this room tonight. So let's kind of just go back and start with where you got inspired for everybody involved in Don't Call Me Lady. What got you into music? What was it that you heard and you knew that was like there was a spark that was just different? Other people like music, but there was just this thing you had to do. So like, fill us in. Take it away.
You can go first.
Oh. So we've been best friends for 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just going to karaoke
Every
and
Wednesday night.
singing separate songs. And sometimes when we did work together for a little while, we would sing at each other, but never with each other. And then one day we were in the car getting ready to go out to karaoke together. And we turned on an Evanescence song, and then we started harmonizing. And then both of
Like
us
on
were like,
accident.
whoa. It's like, I guess we're doing that tonight. And
I was so excited. This was like 2 years
Andy, pull
into
that
us
mic up a little
singing.
bit.
Oh, sorry. This was like 2 years into us singing together. So the fact that we hadn't found a song to sing together at this point was just like mind blowing. And then we were just in the car and it comes on and I was like, yes, finally.
But that was years before we actually started doing anything other than karaoke. When we we wrote a song together in a cemetery. And then very shortly after that, we decided to perform it at Katie's open mic. Katie did its open mic at Flanagan's. It's a great environment there, by the way. If you want to check it out, you should. But we decided to perform it there. And then we were asked to perform at the Spotlight series of the Monarch. And we were like, we don't do that.
We didn't even have a name yet.
And we were like, I guess we do now.
Really?
And we picked a name and went to the Monarch. And it's been nonstop since then. Shout out to Michael Loxton for putting us on the radio station almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy.
Wonderful man.
That's wild. So from, hey, I got this song, hey, we wrote this song, to kind of getting into it pretty quick, huh?
A couple weeks.
Well, and it was just like the first song we wrote was silly. Like Hollis had a guitar and was sitting there, and I was like,
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
It's called Tom, Dick, and Harry, and it's just a silly drinking song about how no one's ever helpful. And it was just, we were goofing off. It wasn't supposed to be anything serious. And then after that, we ended up writing 2 more songs. One specifically because Katie was like, do you want to play at the Monarch? And I was like, we got to get more stuff. And then, just snowballed from there.
It was pretty crazy how quick things started and how nothing slowed down since. I couldn't ask for anything better than that.
We've written a lot of songs together since then, and we pulled a lot of your old songs out and worked on those.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, to think that the harmonies came later after you all singing around each other, and it because they sound like brother sister harmonies, sibling harmonies.
It comes in.
Those
maybe not that.
No, I'm serious. The sibling harmony thing, man, is like, there's something that when you hear it, it just feels good, sits right. There's just a melodic thing. There's songs that you are singing. They're not vocally easy, the stuff you're doing, and both of you are doing these falsetto movements and these little runs at the same time in harmony, which is crazy to pull off in tune, on the fly, in a room, playing live, and you all nailed it. It's like in those harmonies you can see the connection and you can feel it musically for sure, because you guys really, really like complement each other. Both have great voices separately, but you throw those things together, and it just has a lot of power behind it, I think.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
So, how many songs? Like, what's the song selection looking like? Y'all are writing a lot and doing a lot of that stuff. How deep are you into that process?
I've been writing for quite a while personally.
Were you always putting stuff out?
We've only got one out. So
not we. You've been.
As far as me personally,
writing.
I never put anything out.
Okay, so this is even all kind of fresh and new for you as well. Even though you've been writing, you kind of were doing it quietly.
I was busking and standing in front. I was actually physically disabled. I still am, but I was more visible at the time. So I went down to the street corner to this little convenience store with my robo legs and my guitar, and I screamed at people while I beat the crap out of my guitar and hoped they gave me money. It was pretty great.
Really?
And that was what, the start of like 26 songs that you wrote that year?
Yeah.
So, what year is this?
That was probably 2018, 2019 period. Yeah.
All right. So in that period, you're going through some struggles, personal struggles, which is always amazing for writing. But even that, I always find the people that have the courage to go out and busk and to go out and like play and put themselves out there, and try to make ends meet doing stuff like that. I just think that's so fascinating, and the courage that it takes for somebody to step out and do something like that is just I always find it very, very like inspiring when I see that. So the fact that you did that is it just takes that stepping out of your shell to go yell at people, like what you said, yell at people in a convenience store. I mean, there's so much courage involved in that. I think it's really, really cool that you did that. Like, not to get to, into your life or anything or get too personal, but like, what type of struggles were you going through to where, you were like exposing your soul down there in front of the convenience store to do that? Was it,
So many.
Long story short, really long story short, I had gotten pretty sick. I have a chronic illness. We don't really have to go too into that, but I got real sick. And I lost my job because of it. And I was in a situation where there was no way to pay rent or bills or whatever. And it became a full-time job. Eventually, I had written a couple songs and I learned a couple covers and I knew about 5 or 6 songs. And I had to go to a lot of physical therapy and stuff to get my hands to work right again to play guitar. So I had 3 chords in my pocket and I used them.
No kidding.
And I don't know. I feel like as far as struggles go, it might be that might have been one of the hardest periods of my life, but also it produced some of the most gut-wrenching music I've written in the 3 chords that I knew.
Well, and to watch you now, you would never know that about hands or anything.
I was going to say the same thing. You're a great guitar player.
Yeah, you
that means a lot.
Rhythmically, like you're so killer. You played that lead part. You played it loud, which is always hard to play an acoustic lead on a song, and it was perfect. It works with everything. It was like you can't tell. I love rhythm guitars that play. I consider myself a rhythm guitar player that play it like a drum. You sound like you're like you two are locked in sync at the same time that you two vocally are locked in sync, and it just fills up so much space. So
BJ's amazing. I think that we've tried to play along with a lot of different people, just doing different percussion things, and we've played with different types of drummers, and I haven't come across anybody who will read the environment as well as this guy right here.
We don't have to use real words. We can be like, this kind of vibe.
Every time I feel like I'm about to need to give him a signal about a change that I'm about to make, he's already looking at me, and I know that it's just gonna work. It just does. You're amazing. You're like the best cajon player and drummer I could have asked for to be in this group. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, but since she's brought you into the mix and being so kind, BJ, why don't you tell us like how you got involved with that?
Yeah, I mean, I met Hollis and Andy through Katie Didit's open mic.
We gas up that open mic all the time.
It's a great one.
I was in a group as well that kind of started through open mic and was percussion and vocals in that. And then we just, because of friendship and connection, we like played together.
We recruited you to play for the Christmas show.
For the Halloween show.
Oh, the Halloween show.
Yeah.
That was...
So
I couldn't get ready after that.
I'm always one to be willing to jump in because I love playing. I've been playing for like off and on for like 20 years. But yeah, I love it. I love music. So we've just been playing as friends, and then it just seems like it made sense. Like the release that we have, Stained Glass. It's on Spotify and Apple Music and all those places. Like I played drums on that, and that was fun. And it was just kind of really cool to engage in that space and do it with my friends. And so,
we love you.
But yeah, it's just music has just been a part of my life for a while, and yeah, it's just cool to kind of engage in that and be here. Thank you for having us.
No, thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Andi. Definitely your turn.
All right, my turn.
Your turn to fill in the rest. And now, the rest of the story.
Oh my gosh. I used to listen to that.
Definitely the prettiest part of this band.
Thanks. So I've always sang since I can remember. So that's been like my whole musical passion for as long as I literally can remember. I've been singing. My dad challenged me at 8 years old to sing a Whitney Houston song, and I absolutely took that to heart. And then I did it at 24. It took me that long to figure it out, but I did it. And that, like, karaoke was as good as it got, I guess, for me for a long time. And I had written a couple of songs in like high school that were, high school cheesy songs. And I don't even remember any of them now, which is a bummer because I bet it'd be a lot of fun to go back.
I bet they sounded a little bit like a Whitney Houston song.
I bet they sounded a lot like early Taylor Swift.
There you go.
Middle of nowhere, California.
Yeah. And then Hollis and I started singing, like talked about earlier, when we worked together, and then I wrangled them into going to karaoke with me all the time. And the singing with them was an accident. I fell into it on accident, but I was so excited because I love singing. And we actually did karaoke competitions.
We did.
And that was what got me into Louisville, because I wasn't even singing in Louisville. I was doing karaoke like out in Shepherdsville. And
really?
and then we got into Louisville and we went to that first open mic at Katie Did It's, and I was hooked. And I was like, okay, this is what we're doing now. We're not doing karaoke anymore. We're going to do this every week. And here we are. Now I write songs and I play a guitar. My guitar was a gift, by the way, my Christmas gift last year.
Shut up.
I've only been playing it for a year. And it was the coolest gift ever.
You're welcome.
Like every day. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you, what you do on that already after playing for a year adds to what you all do as a whole. So it's already working out.
I'm not sure what I'm doing on that, but I know it sounds good, so I'm going with it.
It's all that matters, right? It's all that matters in the end. All right, so we have, I didn't write the songs down. Jalen did. Song number 1, Jalen, what was it called?
Life's too short, let's get high.
Yeah.
Good motto.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on, wait. What was song number 2?
Just another reason to get high.
Just another reason to get stoned. Yes.
All right. I thought there was a theme there between the first two. Perfect.
Telling a story.
I love it. So tell us a little bit about the original music that you all started writing. I mean, because did both of y'all write those songs together? Or was it so those both came out together?
Well, I mean, the second one was Andi by themselves, and the first one was both of us.
Was actually the first song that we decided we were going to write together.
Yes.
Because the first song we wrote together was an accident. So this one we were like, we should really try to do this. And that's where Life's Too Short came from.
Okay.
And it's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, that one's definitely fueled of, when you come out of a hard situation and you're just ready to hit the ground running and see what happens and leave the burning city behind you, like
it's literally about just doing everything you possibly can, even though you probably should go to sleep instead. And I mean, like the song says, you're dying like the sunset, but damn, it's pretty. Like, it was definitely the mood we were in at that time.
It was.
Like, go.
What are your all's inspirations? Because I love your sound, but when I hear you, there's not like an artist that pops in my head like, oh, Don't Call Me Lady sounds like this. Like you just sound like you all. So like, what are some inspirations y'all have?
Well, we lovingly refer to our sound. We have 2 different names for it. Alanis at the Disco.
or My Chemical Morissette.
But my personal, I have 2 strange ones. My personal inspirations are Dolly Parton and Breaking Benjamin.
Hey.
It's a weird one, I know. And
I dig it. Dolly Parton and Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah. I know you have your inspirations that are
I grew up listening to like Western country. And then I love like Whitney Houston and Pink are two of my favorites. So just mush that together.
Western country.
And Whitney Houston and Pink. So like angry, sad, and pretty all at the same time.
Angry. Okay. So Western country. What do you mean Western country?
Okay. I don't know. Okay.
Reba.
Yeah, there was a lot of Reba, a lot of Garth Brooks.
Dwight Yoakam. Dwight Yoakam?
Not as much of that.
Western country.
So, okay, very, very specifically, like late 80s, early 90s Western country. When like Western country and Western became like a Western
all right. You should
thing.
have told you Western country. Country Western, you mean?
Sorry. Country Western.
So
country
like,
and Western music.
Garth Brooks and
You're from
back in the
Western
heyday.
territory.
I'm from California, like way northern California. So like I lived out in the West.
Okay.
Middle of the desert.
Okay.
It was kind of weird actually when I moved out to this side of the States. A lot of my friends were like, oh, there's going to be lots of country people out there, right? And I was like, yeah, because we lived out in California. And there were more cowboy hats where I lived at in California than there are in this state.
Really?
I swear to you. It was weird. I wasn't expecting it.
Do they say y'all more than us?
No.
All right, sweet.
Absolutely not.
We win.
yeah, definitely, for sure.
We win the ain't competition too.
For sure.
I don't think I use anything but ain't.
Ain't.
And that ain't it. I definitely am like 76% ain't over like whatever other word it should be.
About 2% isn't.
I may be like point something percent.
Ain't even in your vocabulary.
It isn't.
You don't even know how to spell that
It
one.
almost ain't in my vocabulary. It almost is. All right, Jay, do you have the questions tonight? Did you ever get them? You do? All right, you all. So, Weston's questions. This is a new little thing that we're doing that's kind of like throwing out there really random questions for you all to answer from Brad Weston, our co-founder. Is that even a thing? A podcast, a co-founder? What does he do?
I think I would say so.
He's our homie. All right. Hi, Brad.
Homie Brad with the questions.
What's he got, Jay?
Alrighty, so we're gonna start off strong with if your band had a mascot, what would it be and what would its backstory be?
Ooh.
If our band had a mascot?
Band mascot.
Okay, what would it be and what?
And
What
why?
would its backstory be? You got it.
I think it would be a spicy porcupine. And its backstory would be that it started off as a chinchilla, but life was hard and it had to grow its spikes.
I love that.
That's
I'm so in
excellent.
for
I
that.
love that.
A chinchilla.
Oh,
Anyone else have a different one?
That was excellent.
Oh,
Are
I'm
we rolling
totally
with that
in for
one?
I
that.
think
yeah.
I think if you're you're in the wrong band if you got another one.
Better see
That was
some merch with
perfect.
the porcupine on.
Spicy,
No,
a
spicy
spicy porcupine. I'm thinking like
What does
literal like
spicy
hot
mean, though?
It means
like hot
angry,
sauce
right?
dripping off. I was
Oh.
thinking like angry, but like there needs to be a visual
Representation.
representation
my
of
visual.
spiciness.
It's a
spicy
chinchilla with spikes that is like
Taped and glued on.
I was literally thinking like of Spike, like a porcupine vest on a chinchilla.
Oh, that's cute.
And he's just angry.
Yes.
just holding a sign that says I'm mad.
when you're thinking spicy, I was thinking just like mad. Like I want to mess you up. I'm angry.
Don't call me lazy.
The next one I have for y'all is what's the weirdest or most surprising thing you've learned about each other while being in the band or group?
Ooh.
Oh,
That you can't tell Andy what to do ever.
Oh.
Rude.
And you can ask
Rude and
Andy
accurate.
to do anything. And I'm kind of the same way, but the second that it's like, you need to do this or do this now, it's like there's a word that I don't know if we're allowed to say on this
You
podcast.
can say whatever
Say
you want.
anything
It's
you
like, go fuck yourself.
Don't
I could
tell Andy
literally
what to
be
do.
in the middle of doing something and Hollis could be like, hey, you need to do this. And I'll be like, I'm already doing it. I don't know
Or
why.
I could
It
say,
just- it
would you
triggers.
please? And Andy would be like, sure.
It's just the way you say it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, also, I think your love or the gifting of Red Bull to you. It's like I come
That's our
to
love
practice.
language?
Yeah, it's just
Red Bull.
lights, just like so excited.
Yeah, I love a Red Bull.
Oh my god.
A Red Bull and a chocolate bar is the best hangover cure. I don't drink anymore, but you should know that.
Is there a flavor?
I like classic Red Bull.
I like all of them.
I'm classic.
Classic Red Bull.
Blueberry.
Classic Red Bull tastes like 21. I
Smells like 21.
Yeah. I feel like 21 smells specifically like classic Red Bull and like
Axe.
cigarettes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Marlboros. Yeah,
Marlboro
absolutely.
Reds, cowboy killers.
Wow, there's so many strange things I've learned about you.
Pick one.
Pick one. Okay, I don't know that it was strange, but I guess surprising at how fast you can spit lyrics out if there's already music. That was shocking to me because it takes me a long time to write lyrics, or like I have to like mull it over for a minute, but I can literally give you like a word and you're like, bleh, there's a line. So that's pretty cool and exciting, and I learned a lot from that.
You were so nice to me. I should take mine back.
It's okay. I can be a little strange. It's fine.
All right.
The strangest thing I've learned about BJ since we've gotten together is that he can be fully engaged in playing cajon with one of our songs while watching football.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's easy.
Like it was mine. The whole song, all the pauses, every beat, everything, and he was like over here watching
completely
TV.
walked in.
Fully engaged.
I don't know. We were at the point of like the show. It was at the hitching post, which rest in peace. It's gone now. It's sad. But it was just TV. So like I probably have ADHD, not diagnosed, but like it was distracting.
bright
but
lights.
But
Yeah.
you nailed it anyway.
But yeah, I was like, it's just something that
It's impressive,
I do. Like,
really.
I feel that, man. I feel that. I can feel that totally. I've done that before while as the lead singer and guitar player watching football. Because I mean nobody was there, so it wasn't a big deal. But I'm jamming, but I'm also so into what's going. Maybe that's what it is. ADD. I feel that. God. All right.
who knows?
Alrighty. And the last one I have for you all is if you could steal one song from another artist to claim as your own, what would it be and why?
I have an answer to this question.
Immediate.
Oh.
I would still steal Bella Ciao from this one right over here. The I Love Yous. I mean, actually, I think it's Ren's song, but the I Love Yous do it together. This is Ren and Cecilia. They actually played the Christmas song with us. Ren was on the glockenspiel. Cecilia was on the ukulele. But they play this song called Bella Ciao. That's just absolutely, it sets you on fire every time you hear it. And I wish I wrote that. Your rewrite to it, I wish I wrote it.
Big compliments. Big compliments.
I don't know that I would want to take anybody else's song.
I thought you were going to say, I Will Always Love You by both Whitney Houston and Dolly Parton.
I mean, one day when I'm a diva, I would love to cover that song. That would be awesome. That was the one my dad challenged me to do.
Really?
Yes. It also won me that karaoke competition.
Hey.
So thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
But I don't know that I would want somebody else's song. I feel like there's a lot of songs that I love and a lot of songs I connect to, but I don't think that I could do it better or different enough for it to make that big of a difference in a positive way in most cases. Like all the songs that I love are great the way they are. So like, I don't know that I would take any of them.
I feel like that's a nice answer. It'd be like, if you could go back and kill someone when they were a baby and steal all their songs before they wrote them.
Oh, but Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
That one.
There you go.
If I could brainchild that would be great.
There's that movie, I forget what it's called, but it's like the Beatles never existed, and this guy's the only guy who knows the Beatles songs,
Oh,
and he
I've heard
pretends.
Yesterday?
Yes,
Yeah.
and he just sings all the songs. I was like, oh, I would totally do that.
Yeah,
if I could go back in time, I would be stealing everyone's shit.
I was like, I'm
I have
doing
no
that.
shame.
I'm trying to think about the most profitable song of all time. Because why not take that one? What is it? Thriller? No.
It has to be singing like Wagon Wheel forever.
Oh, God. No, because once you write it and sing it, you don't have to do it anymore.
I would say the one song that I'm loving currently and that I would probably go back is there's this group called The Dips or The Dip. Yeah, The Dips. Love Direction. I was raised up on R&B, 90s R&B and rap. So like, don't ask me about like country or anything else. Like I know that. So, but yeah, just kind of like the jazzy, like that's kind of how I drum is kind of more like jazz, like R&B, like yeah, I just really enjoyed that.
Jazz, R&B, hip hop. My favorite combo of that growing up was Diggable Planets, man. I love the Diggable Planets. They had a couple records that were just unbelievable. Their first record was off the chain with the Cool Like That, the rebirth of Slick. I don't know if you know that one, but if you don't, check it out. That whole record's unbelievable. What about you, dude? Would you steal a song?
I would. I would steal every song. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be singing songs that I should never be singing. Like I can't even name one. Like,
what's love got to do with it?
It'd be. I mean, everything. Like yeah, I'd be singing Justin Bieber and all kinds of shit. I'd be like, that shit's mine now. Like, I wouldn't care. I would.
Earl's being selfish with it.
I
He's
would.
taking them all.
I would take them all. Yeah,
As you should.
yeah.
I'd do Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Oh, Lost on You by LP is a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
It's one of my favorites. That'd be a good one.
Manic Monday by the Bangles.
Any Beyonce song, probably?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hot
I thought you were asking me.
Yeah, I could totally see you stealing Bootylicious.
That would probably be the one. Or
No, that'd be the other artist.
You know that one?
So that'd be millions.
Man, there's so many good tunes. All right. But Earl's already taken them all.
I would.
All of them.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. I mean, like growing up when I was like listening to music and dreaming of being a musician, I would always be like, I wish I wrote that song when I was like listening to music, and I would steal so much shit. But I like what you all do, like, because it is original and it doesn't. You don't like. I feel like when I write stuff, I feel like I'm stealing shit a little bit. But you all, I mean, you have a whole song about Game Boy Color is the name, right? Yeah. Like, what in the world? Great song. And right when you started that, I'm like, this is familiar. And you all had just posted like a video not too long ago of you all singing that. And I'm like, I know this tune. But it's been, and not to jump around a little bit, but like you said earlier, you as a band haven't been together that long since Katie did its like Monarch stuff. Yeah, which is not very long. And I feel like following you all in the last like 6 months or so, I feel like you're playing all the time, like doing a lot of stuff. Like, tell us a little bit about some shows that you've had, some favorite ones, some ones that you wish you didn't have.
So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cherry Chub.
Oh yeah.
But Cherry Chub actually, we went down to an open mic that she hosted, and we talked to her for a little bit, and then we ended up playing in Bardstown at the Bourbon Festival, cool. And that was Cherry Chub connected us there.
That was at the Cheers to Bardstown thing that they were doing. Yeah,
and then they invited us back to do their Arts and Crafts Festival, which was cool. We actually got to play for, was it 2 hours there? Yeah, it was 2 hours. So we played for 2 hours. And that was probably, as far as just you and I on a stage for 2 hours goes, the most put together we were for a 2 hour set. And that one was fun, and the crowd was kind of into it. It was a bunch of kids and their grandparents and their parents, and everyone was really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know, they were clapping along and they were paying attention, and it was cool. I really liked that. Yeah. They were
Engaged.
Yes. That's the one.
Honestly, I know you probably, if you were to hear what we've been doing in the past little bit, you're probably going to hear a lot of out of town names. I figure it's a good time to talk about it, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Louisville is currently trying to change the noise ordinance.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. So
we
actually we met with the ABC administrator. And we asked him to use the loophole that is in the law itself to not infringe upon First Amendment rights for playing. And we weren't able to get through to that, but he did support the changing in the laws. But we ended up going to a city council thing, and we are definitely trying to get as many voices in on this as much as you can. If you can call your council member, and if you live in Louisville and you want to call your council member and tell them that you don't want the city to go quiet, because it's really important that musicians still have a place to play, and that these bars and restaurants aren't afraid to hire us. Ren over here plays the accordion. And the bagpipes, all stuff that you can hear farther than 50 feet, which is how far they say that you shouldn't be able to hear things from a restaurant, is 50 feet. That's the middle of the street.
I feel like I belched earlier and you could have heard it 50 feet.
But yeah, that's going to be, that. I think that's on the news, that little meeting that we had.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because it sucks. Like 50 feet, it's not even a stone's throw. It's a flick. Like it's nowhere. Like, and I'm glad you brought up kind of what to do, because like when I've seen I just kind of like, this is bullshit, and I don't really know what to do. So yeah, I'll be calling people and be like, fuck this.
The noise ordinance,
changed.
It ends in, it starts with, it can't be unreasonably loud or harsh, which is defined by 50 feet, but it ends in, if you're creating a noise that is louder than is necessary for the convenient listening of the people who are attending voluntarily. Well, you can't conveniently listen to a bagpipes without it being heard more than 50 feet away. So that's kind of like, if you can advocate for the louder instruments, the ones you can't put a mute on, the ones that you can't turn down, the glockenspiel.
As we ran into today.
Like drumming, it's just like impossible to really like, even with my cajon, like there's ways that but even still, like obviously with the edits of a sound that we were trying to do, like you can hear that and feel that for a longer distance away, and so it's just hard.
There's a big part of that people are missing, because people think it's about these neighborhood bars that stay open till 3 and 4. Number one, musicians don't play that late anymore. The times have changed. It's 2 o'clock's the latest. Most of the time, people are done by 11, and it's ridiculous to think that like all the places that it'll affect, but the ramifications that they don't think about is that would mean you got a crowd of people going down to downtown, which they're trying to revitalize, heading to the Yum Center to watch a game. Are you telling me they're going to keep all those big bars that pay the big bucks for the rent and all that stuff and have their bands play at a glass right there, that they're going to have to be quieter than 50 feet away from that? That just makes no sense.
You can buy your rights if you want to buy a permit. You can buy your First Amendment right. Isn't that great?
That's what I mean. But that's kind of what they're trying to see, like centralize some of that and single out people that we like. I think of the Monarch. You know, the Monarch is.
Hell, at the Monarch, if you're at the Eagle, you can hear the drums. Like if you're sitting at
thankfully,
the
the Monarch is not under the thumb of the ABC. So this is really just places that are under the thumb of the ABC. So if they sell alcohol, they're the ones that the ABC is really going after. They put a zero tolerance policy on it, and they're using loopholes that they have in the actual ordinance to do this. The ordinance has been there since 2003, but the new way of enforcing it, zero tolerance, started during the pandemic. Now that music is trying to come back alive, the ABC is cracking down. Yeah.
And the fines are steep.
$2,500 the very first time.
Did you hear how they even said cracking down, harmonize that?
Circle back around to the beginning of this question. As far as our shows go, October was pretty great for us. There's, I guess, the end of September, the beginning of October.
All out of town, yeah.
Yeah, we had shows basically every weekend for about 6 weeks in a row. And a couple of them were in Louisville, but most of them were like Lexington, Indiana, Bardstown. We went out to, where did we just go? The train station.
I was going to ask about that because I'm playing there Friday, so I wanted to know how that was.
We beat you there.
Yeah.
No.
I would love to encourage anyone to tune into it, to what they do there. The train station is such a wonderful listening environment, and they do record it.
Yeah, if you get the chance to go to hear somebody play there, it's a great, like the way they have everything set up sounds amazing. Their sound person is awesome.
So good.
Shout out to her. She did wonderful things for us.
Nice.
And they were really nice people. So if you haven't had the chance to go down to the train station, definitely
I'm glad to hear, because like I said, I'm there on Friday. And I'm like, I don't know that much about it. So I'm very glad to hear that.
They are going to love you.
Like the city is crazy to me, because I feel like people for a long time is like, Louisville has music. We should be like a music city. And then they're like, no one can play if you're loud. I don't know. There's so much good music here. I feel like a lot of people around the Highlands like buy these fancy houses right behind a bar and then go, it's loud like a bar here. And I'm like, yeah, you bought a house right next to a bar.
That was actually one of the arguments made in the council meeting. Somebody else was there and was like, if you bought a house next to O'Shea's, then you bought a house next to O'Shea's.
Yeah. Can you have the airport stop having airplanes?
People still complain by Bowman Field that it's too loud from there.
I mean,
But that's
next to the
100% legal.
airport.
It's just affecting the art.
Yeah.
It's just interesting because I serve at Flanagan's as like another way to make money, and it's this situation that they want people to come to Louisville. They want the funds for that, but it's hurting the businesses. So in turn, it's hurting the revenue for like the city.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a cycle that's gonna like hurt us in the long run, I think. And we talked about it in the meeting about like specificity in that, and also just like some better parameters like hours, or like how this is all going to be more specifically enforced.
But yay, we're releasing a Christmas song.
Yeah. Say all that.
Sorry, guys.
No. All right, let's talk about that.
Yeah, tell us about, like, I know you have a single out, you're doing a Christmas song. Where are you doing the recordings?
Our first recording that we did was actually done with a person who played bass for us for a while. He's still wonderful, and nothing bad happened, just work. And he, every once in a while, will go and record something at his house just for fun, but he's pretty great. That was definitely just a bedroom recording, and it doesn't really sound like it. It sounds pretty great. But then this next one we're doing with our friend Tom Rump. He is an amazing guitar player, and he's his studio is really sweet, and I love it. And that's what we're recording the Christmas song at.
Sweet.
I don't know that we found like a full recording home at this point, but we definitely think we're gonna stick with Tom for a little while. He's pretty great.
Right on. Well, we got the first crack at the Christmas song. What's
You
up?
did. You did.
It was excellent. So that will, it's going to be released the day after Christmas, as we did. No,
No,
That's good.
Thanksgiving.
It's a Black Friday release.
And so it'll probably be released by the time this is out, I do believe. So congratulations on that release. I hear it's a hit, a Christmas hit. But
don't forget to add it to your playlist.
Add it to your Christmas playlist and make it yearly.
You hear it next year too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called White to Blue, by the way.
All right, for all the listeners that want to come and listen to it and check it out and find you all, follow. Where can they come?
Where can they come? You said?
Where can they go?
Where can they go?
Oh,
wait. Where can they go? Where can they find you? Where can they?
On the socials.
Yeah.
On the socials.
On all the stuff. Where can they find them?
So
Facebook and
I'm not
TikTok
editing any
and
of that.
Instagram. And Don't Call Me Lady or Don't Call Me Lady Music.
All right.
On all of the streaming platforms, we are just under Don't Call Me Lady. We only have the one single out now, but
Stained Glass.
more is coming soon.
Yeah.
And also, you can find us at the single release for this one, which will hopefully be after this comes out, at the Limerick Lounge on
great
December
spot.
6th. Yeah.
December 6th.
We're excited. December 6th. So it's that we'll have it's a Friday show, and we're gonna have Trenton Walls and Cherry Chubb there with us that
Sweet.
day. It's gonna be a great time. So I'd love if
That's some
more
good
people
folks
could
for
come.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Limerick Lounge is a great place to be too.
Awesome.
I think that's all the places you can find us. Oh, and keep your eyes out on the news because we will be found fighting the city noise ordinance.
Awesome. All right, what about the I Love Yous over there?
The I Love Yous are going to be, are actually on the single. They are, this is Ren and Cecilia, as I said before. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about playing with us.
Yeah, and where can they find you?
Where can we find you guys?
We don't have any socials.
Oh my goodness!
But you have some stuff.
We do have 2 songs at the moment.
Where?
They're on under Spotify, Apple Music.
Okay, there we go. All right, that's good.
I Love Yous.
All right, awesome. So the I Love Yous on Spotify. Check that out.
Remember.
Yeah.
and check out the song that Hollis wants to steal.
That one is not out yet.
It should be.
It's a coming.
Honestly, it may be out by the time this.
All right, there we go.
So yeah, check out Bella Ciao.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, what about you,
Hashtag
bud?
goals.
You can find me at Jalen Leanne Photography, and that's about it.
Earl, buddy, good to have you back. What about you, man?
Earl Bowman on wherever you are on.
Yep, and I'm sure you'll have a single coming out soon. You have enough of them in the can, ready to go. So hopefully, one of those are dropping. You have a Christmas special for everybody.
I have a Christmas song. I keep that close to the chest. I don't ever play that.
We have to hear that sometime.
Fair.
We might have to do a Louisville Christmas record. Let's go. Challenge everybody to write a Christmas song. Louisville Christmas record. All our friends write a Christmas song. We'll record them here, and then we'll put them out. That's the challenge.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
We're in.
That's it. All right, check us out at Top Hill Recording on Spotify and on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. That's important. Importante. Tell your friends. Share this thing. Get people listening. It's important. So until next time, see y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.